Hey guys, how's it going? Hope all is well and you guys are doing good. Definitely was not planning on going live. I was planning on completely ignoring and just going on with my business. So I don't imagine that this is going to be much more than an hour. Um, there is some things I want to do live, and I want people to see. I want you guys to know, like, from what I have not been watching what Ryan has said. I've heard from you guys. I've heard a lot of pissed off people because, from my understanding, he's over there inciting people to mass report me and he's trying to show people how to do it. And that is completely against terms of service. He also put in his thumbnail my real name along with my picture, along with Adrian the pill popper, completely against terms of service. So that's been turned in. I guarantee you, he is would be much more worried about losing his channel than I. I am not worried at all about losing my channel. I honestly do not care about this channel. The only thing that I care about, maybe is the older videos. And backing them up, but they're not going to keep me from telling the truth and spread this narrative that I'm just this horrible person that for no reason just goes after Nana for life. Do you guys really believe that? That is not. He's trying, from my understanding, to act like I'm just going after Nana for life because she maybe one time in a comment somewhere, maybe one time in a comment somewhere, suspected Fred. Do you guys, come on. He is absolutely disgusting. I mean, how about he go get a breathalyzer and every single time before he makes a post or does a, before he, at the beginning of his life, he shows us his alcohol content. Have you guys seen how, like, his face is like puffy, like those alcoholics? Next thing you know, he's going to be getting one of those drunk people noses, the big fat ones with all the, you know what I mean? That's Ryan. He gets drunk in the middle of the night and he rage posts and what is in it for him? And talk about fucking shocker. I'm so happy to now see Yennefer come out of the fucking, out of nowhere, who, by the way, has a government job. And if I find out that you are also looking up info on me and Fred privately at your government job, you better watch out, because everybody now knows Yennefer has a government job. If you fuck around and have been any part of any, that's why she's been hiding. And this is the first time that she's shown herself publicly out and publicly backing these people, like out on a platform. I didn't even recognize her. She doesn't even look like the same woman. They're over there trying to incite a whole group, like a mass group against me, and trying to spread this narrative like I just have no reason. Yeah, I have a reason, and I'm going to show you guys exactly. What exactly is my problem. Who do you guys think that Nana for Life was over at her work computer looking up? Who do you think? Whose information? Does he really think I'm just mad because somebody might supposedly suspects Fred? And also, I didn't send Fred to her husband's work. What the or Dawn to her husband's work. Do you guys really think it's that easy for me to just like be like, "Hey, Dawn, like, what?" I literally talked to Dawn for the first time. When did this happen? When did this supposedly happen? Oh yeah, I sent Dawn to her work now. Just like she makes up these things like about people, and has made up a bunch of shit about Fred and been behind the scenes in this whole group, this whole like, are they going to talk about the documentary? Now it makes perfect sense, Yennefer, why you fucking just disappeared out of nowhere. Now it makes sense because you were behind this documentary too. You guys are a bunch of clout chasing pieces of shit, sellouts. You absolutely sold out for potential fame and fortune. That is not in Summerwell being focused on Summerwell's best interest. Mystic Firefly, you might want to go check my live last night. Ryan is losing his mind because I put out information about proof of a documentary that Nana for Life was behind, that they were filming for. They were actually recording a documentary, guys, for Netflix. Something that I've been trying to tell you guys for years, and everybody tried to act like I was crazy, okay? And then I get told that Nana for Life was fired for her job at Lindmark for putting out or looking up people's personal info. But I'm not supposed to be upset about all the shit that she's been behind. What about the whole Ronnie? What about the Ronnie Lawson shit she did? Does she think that she could just go do that stuff and try to be digging on any type of dirt she can on Fred and myself, and me not like respond in any way? Oh, I know, guys. I'm not fucking crazy. That's what they want you to fucking think. Yes. Krama Mama and Gavel, in my opinion, were a part of this whole documentary too, because how the fuck did Richard Gurley know about a fucking show being filmed? The only people that he spoke to, as far as creators, is that group. Pretty odd. I'm just putting two and two together. I'm using my common sense, and sense is not so common here, I guess. Oh, Six Up was supposed to be on there to tell her story. Yeah, let's get all the fucking pieces of shit. Like, Six Up has zero stories to tell about me. She's been harassing me. Everybody could see it. I don't even have to address that. That's so obvious. It's been happening for years. Go look at her channel compared to mine. Am I talking about her? She has nothing. There's nothing I have fucking done to her. Everything I've done is in response to her bullshit. I'm going to defend myself if they put out lies and I have the truth. Obviously, I'm going to share that. What I'm not allowed to? They're mad because I put out truth and with receipts, and they just are all talk most of the time. Yes, I believed you because I heard years ago that someone was going to make a documentary on Summer Wells. And then, you guys, then there's some people like saying, like Jody Sue, that I'm mad because I wasn't included. Do you guys really think I'd want to be a part of that? Do you remember if I wanted clout and if I wanted fame and if I wanted fortune, don't you think I would have joined Heels on the Ground? I was the first one fucking asked. Me and Justin were the first ones asked to join, and I did not. I turned it down, and Molly got upset with me. If I wanted clout, and did you see how much attention and they got? If I wanted that, I would have joined that. I don't know who Laura is. Auntie Sherry popped on Pound for a minute and said she got Mano's back. They plan on striking your channel. I know. They're trying to mass report my channel and act like I care. How many times do I have to say this is not my income? I am done with YouTube. I don't want anything to do with this fucking shit. Because this is all they care about. This is all they care about. No, I don't know. I don't watch Laura Perplex, unfortunately. We'll talk about that later. That's completely off topic, I'm guessing. Is it related to this? Did they search for something? They claim they have. They claim they have. So I'm going to live right here in front of everybody. We're going to email Nana's work, ex-employee. She does not work there anymore. And I'm going to email them and I'm going to demand not demand, but I'm going to ask them if I or my husband was one of the people that she was looking up on her work computer. Okay? I'm not just upset. I'm not upset with Nana for just no reason. What the fuck? I have other things. Who is she, anyways? And then I love them being like, oh, last time I checked. Oh, she doesn't have content. These bitches are so fucking dense, dude. Everybody has a channel. Anybody can go upload content on their every single one of you. Nana has stuff uploaded on her channel. Little bullshit, but she had some little things posted. Who do you think that they were looking up, Karen? Who else has Nana been so obsessed with? Who else would she be looking into? You don't think that if she was, that me or Fred was not one of the people, it doesn't matter. We'll find out. We're going to ask, okay? She better hope and pray I was not one of the people, or Fred was not one of the people that she was fucking looking up personal information on. No, Nana for life, guys. Yeah, there could be a number of people. I don't imagine it's just me and Fred. I'm sure that there's probably a couple other, but I guarantee you, Fred is probably one of the main ones. Who else? I mean, you're going to tell me that she was up there looking up personal information and she didn't look up Fred? We'll find out. It's okay. Let's hope for her own benefit that she was not, okay? Let's hope for her own benefit that she was not, because it is a part of my right to know if she was looking up me or Fred's personal information. And the reason why I believe that the same time, I'm just using my fucking common sense. They know that me and Fred know, but the public doesn't know about this whole incident that happened in November of 2022 at Fred's, okay? If any of you guys know how to FOIA and stuff, FOIA police reports from around November, at the end of 2022, beginning of 2023 at Ben Hill Road at 110, and see who was there when the police were called the night that Bill Benton goes up to Fred's and tries to distract him while a group of people are up in the ridgeline of his property looking around. Fred saw the flashlights. Bill was sent there to distract him. Bill, it was one of Don Wells' good friends at the time. And what had happened is Bill Benton shows up, which Fred and Bill are not friends. Like, he hadn't been there in months. And he just randomly shows up. And it was obvious it was a distractor. This guy, by the way, is a convicted unaliver. This Bill Benton, he's been to prison for unaliving, okay? And he's a big drinking buddy of Don's in the past. He shows up. I don't even know right now. And Fred's not sitting here to tell me exactly what he showed up asking, but Fred notices people out on the ridgeline. He goes to investigate. It's dark. You can't hardly see anything. He takes a metal pipe and he gets close enough to hit one of the people, and they stumble and their gun goes off. Whether they intentionally pulled the trigger towards Fred or they just stumbled and it went off. Well, who else just a month before or a couple weeks before were on their lives saying, we're going to hunt people. We're going and hiding in bushes and we're going to hunt people. Do you guys not fucking remember? That was Nana for Life. That was Chasing Live talking to Nana for Life. And Nana for Life was in the comments talking about how she's strapped. And, you know, they were all laughing, making a big joke how they're going down to Ben Hill to hunt people. And then secretly, and I know for a fact, Jenny from Gavel Geeks was one of them that went. And she was arranging this whole thing behind the scenes. And people have shown me proof of her saying that she was going to freaking try to set Fred up and buy the snow, white stuff, cocaine. Not even a drug that Fred was involved with, but weird that Gavel Geeks, that's what she wanted. Says something about her. So they're sneaking around. Fred hits the one and a gun goes off and they scatter like cockroaches, dude. They scatter. What happens? Fred turns around. Bill takes off in his vehicle, guys. Takes off in his vehicle and wrecks at the bottom of the driveway trying to get away. And Fred and him get into an altercation. Like Fred's like, what the fuck? I thought you're some Billy badass. You fucking are scared. He thought that Bill was following him up there to check out what was up on who all those people were. Nope. He took off and wrecks at the bottom and he fucked up his vehicle really bad. And that same night, the police were called over to 110 Ben Hill Road. And there was a group of people standing at the bottom of the Wells driveway who Fred had seen that same night. He doesn't know exactly who. It was dark out, but the police were called. And you can't tell me that a police report isn't going to tell us who those people were. So that would further corroborate Fred's story about that incident. The police were called because Bill Benton was so upset and pissed off. He goes back over, and I can only assume that he fucking gets in an argument with these people and was really pissed off because he fucks up his vehicle and they got him involved in a bunch of fucking bullshit. And that's what I'm assuming that happened, and it caused a big scene, and they called the police. So someday we're going to get proof of that. I don't know, maybe a month from now, maybe a year from now, and maybe years down the line, but eventually that's going to come out and it's going to say the names and it's going to line up. This is around November of 2022. These people, the reason why, I'm just using my common sense. I told, even before this, they go down there. I was like, what is up with all this secretiveness, My ex passes away October 31st, 2022. And I disappear pretty much from the internet for a few months. And I didn't care about all their fuck shit because I was, obviously mourning. And I wasn't focused on it. So I kind of lost, right before they went down there, I was even putting out that, guys, I had a suspicion that something was up, that they were going there for a documentary that was rumored all over the fucking YouTube. Okay. They get back and suddenly they're deleting content. They're staying away from YouTube. They're all hush hush. They literally have said that things happened while they were there that they are taking to their grave. What the fuck could have happened that they were taken to their grave? You guys tell me. Wouldn't you take it to your grave if you were involved with a group of people who were sneaking around on Fred's property and that incident, if somebody gets hit and a gun goes off? Who would ever tell on that? Who would ever incriminate themselves and tell about that? Why do you guys think this group is so like tight knit? They're keeping each other's secrets. So if Ryan or Nana for Life thinks I really care if my channel gets taken or if I get a strike, I do not. And yeah, I don't care. This is not my job. I don't care about making money off of it anymore. I have other things going on that is making much more money and it's taking off and I'm doing very, very well. I don't need to do YouTube anymore in any way. It doesn't supplement any income. I mean, I can show you guys my fucking back office. Now, I bet that's something Orion wouldn't do and how much he's made. Let's do I guess we could do 2026. Well, I need to show month by month. How is that going to? Let's see. Revenue. Here we go. So I need to do, okay, March. What year is this? I'm trying to figure this out. March. Oh, that's 2025, November. Why is it going to November? I need the last. Here we go. Last. Okay. Let me see. Here's the last few months of my revenue. Whoa. Bring in the fucking money, guys. Just pouring in the money. 127.98 in December, 172 in January, 204 in February. March, I'm at $77. Big fucking whoop-de-doo. Oh my God. Yeah, YouTube grifter, right? Yeah, it's not worth my time and energy anymore, but I just wanted to respond. I don't give a fuck. Like, he's wasting his time with that as far as thinking that he's going to, scare me or get. Why does he want to shut me up so bad? I have a perfectly good reason to be upset with Nana for Life. Maybe she's been amazing to you guys and to him and Yennefer. I mean, of course they're going to kiss this woman's ass if she's got a buddy, if they're fucking trying to do some documentary, become famous. What kind of bills? That doesn't even cover my electric bill. Are they for real? Like, get a life. Do you guys see me going live and constantly? I only respond to these people. I only respond to these people. I don't fucking ever just randomly go after people. And no, I didn't send Dawn to her husband's work. That's crazy. I did not do that. I only wanted to find out who her husband was because I wanted to know, like, who these people are and why is she so, like, been so obsessed with me and Fred. She absolutely has. Like, so let me think how I can do this without trying to I don't know. I'm trying not to. Well, it doesn't really matter. And look, you guys, I'm going to dox my own fucking name. Oh, I know. They would know my whole fucking electric personal info. Unreal. Do you remember when Six Up was like constantly giving you guys an update on my fucking electric bill? You guys, and it's like, is he really think somebody like his people that he has backing him? He thinks it's credible. Is fucking Six Up? You guys had a 2-year protective order granted by a judge against her. Do we need to re-show that? Do we need to be reminded? Let me see if this is the one that's signed. That's the one I filed. Trying to find the one that's got the judge's signature on it. Here we go. But yeah, he's sitting there promoting somebody who is like literally built their channel off my back, harassing me nonstop. Like, I mean, how it they'll do sit there and back anybody. They don't care. They have no fucking care in the world. Right here is where it was ordered. 28th day of, okay, no, I'm sorry. This expired in 2024, and here we are, guys, 2 years later, and she's still stalking and harassing me. Violation of this order is punishable by confinement in jail, prison, or fine. Approved and ordered by the magistrate Jennifer Kinsley. Original signature on file with the court. I mean, it was good enough for a fucking judge. Remember, too, when she collected money for a fucking lawyer that she never got? I don't think that they're going to be able to turn on each other, Fire Wife. They have a lot of dirt on each other. Yeah, people love drama, but if they really think that I care if my channel gets taken or if they can mass report me to get my channel taken, they have another thing coming. I don't. I think that many people would actually be upset with him because there's a lot of good information. There's literally nobody. I've talked to more fucking people than anybody on this platform, like, and put out actual good info. There's a lot of good info on my channel towards the beginning of this case. Oh yeah, she's a victim of 666 is a victim of me. Anyways, this is not I like to limit the time I freaking spend on that lunatic because she freaking orgasms every time I fucking say her name. It's unreal. I will become well, Jennifer, whoever the fuck you are, you better watch the harassment too. Okay? You better watch the harassment because I know you're scared of losing your fucking government job. You told me early on that you were scared because of that job. If you fuck with me, I will get a hold of your job and tell them what you're doing online. Do not fuck with me or be a part of any type of bullshit. I'm just saying. If you don't give me anything to fucking tell them or show them, then you're fine. And you know what you have been a part of behind the scenes. And like now you're just coming out and like letting people know. Yeah, she doesn't even look like the same person. I'm like, who is that fucking woman? I was like, I seriously, I had to message somebody and ask them, is that the same Yennefer? Yes, I'll have to put general complaint and concern. Here we go. I'm not going to pull it though. I'm going to have to watch how I do this. I'll show you guys the beginning of it. I'll show you guys when I send it, but I'm not going to, because since I have to put her full name in this and stuff, I don't want to dox her full name. So I'll type this out with you guys and I'll add her name in after. Hey, Luann. Hey, Mama Bear. Or Mama B. Mama B. Mama B. Hey everybody. I'm sorry. You guys know I like getting on a roll, and um, so this is not any type of threat. This is not at all. This is my right. This is me standing up for myself and protecting me and my family. And I have every right to do this. And they're going to, I know that they're going to try to act like, oh, it's this or that or whatever. Well, you should have nothing to worry about if you're not involved in anything, right? It should be a laughable thing. If it should be hilarious to you, it should be no biggie. Name: Adrian Amos. YouTube Ziggy. We'll put that in at the end, even though not that I really care. Doesn't matter. To whom it may concern. Let me pull up my chat here. I'm upset, but I'm not like I'm just annoyed, honestly, but it is what it is. Like he tries to act like he has all the why is he so why is he like so it's crazy to me. Why is he so pushing this? Like, why? You could tell who's this whole group behind the scenes. They absolutely have something up their sleeve. They all been a part of it. They've all been a part of this whole documentary and fucking research. They didn't want their fucking fame to get ruined. Honestly, 200 and some people, that's nothing. But I don't come on here anymore. I get more replay viewers than anything. A lot of people. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Gavel. I'm sure she is around or whatever. Why am I getting... It's getting a weird email. Hey, pretty sweet pea. All right, let's go ahead and write this email. Help me think of what to write if there's anything I miss. It recently came to my attention that a certain employee of yours was fired in the past for using her work computer to look up personal information on people. Her name was Kimberly, and I'm going to fill in later the rest of that. And she has okay, let me think how to put this. Actually, let me... Hired for her work computer to look up personal information. I am a YouTube content creator, a YouTube true crime content creator that has been mainly focused on the Summer Wells case, and I go by Stiggy Online. My husband's name is Fred Hill, and he was used by law enforcement early on in the investigation to record for them to, let me see. He was used by law enforcement early on in the investigation to help record the parents of Summer Wells and a few of the locals who lived near Summer Wells. My husband also lived on Ben Hill Road and witnessed certain events that day that she went missing and helped and turned in important info. Your former employee, Kimberly, has been behind a group of people who have harassed and stalked us for years. I have reason to believe myself and or my husband, Fred Hill, was one of the people she was researching on your company computers. I am only emailing to ask if Fred Hill or myself, Adrienne Amos, were part of the people whose privacy was privacy. Let me look to see what I'm trying to think of the word I was using. Privacy. Who were? I'm only emailing to ask if Fred Hill or myself, Adrienne Amos, were part of the or were one or ones. Is ones a word? Ones. Were one of the people whose privacy was compromised. I need to know, so I don't know if I should put that because I know they're going to think I'm going to sue them. I'm particularly wanting to go after her as a person, because people should not be able to get away with this kind of stuff, guys. This is absolutely such a breach of trust, such a well, not breach of trust, such a what's the word? It's like, or phrase, violation of privacy. That's the only way I can say it. She has no right to go on her company computer and look up people around the case. And if Yennefer is doing the same thing because she also has a government job, which this isn't a government job, but she has a government job which would have gave her clearance to even more very sensitive information. They could never. Okay, well, I don't care. Go away, white horse instinct. They have to. Do you know when your information is compromised? If they don't answer this, I'll contact corporate. I'll contact HR. I'll contact corporate. You might be right. It may not, I might have to go above the local office, but I'm going to find out if me or Fred was one of the people that she was looking up. Make it more simple. Okay, let me see. It recently came to my attention that a certain employee of yours was fired in the past for using a work computer to look up personal information on people. Um, okay, I'll leave out that whole part about the case and stuff for now. I'll just maybe you're right there. Ah. Oh my god. So I'll just leave it. So I said it. Okay. So it recently came to my attention that a certain employee of yours, uh, Kimberly, I'll add in her full name here in a second, was fired in the past for using her work computer to look up personal information on people. I have reason to believe myself and or my husband, Fred Hill, was one of the people she was researching on company computers. I'm only asking if Fred Hill or myself, Adrian Amos, were one of those people whose privacy was compromised. If you could please inform me of this information, and if you are not able, can you please direct me to who can? Thank you for your time, Adrian. I say that because he acted like he put my name in a thumbnail in my picture and called me a pill popper. I mean, that is absolutely against terms of service, and also is inciting a whole mob of people to go, harass people and mass report. That is absolutely against terms of service. And you know, while I don't care what happens to my channel, and really, I know you do, because you're a clout chasing piece of shit who does anything and everything you can to try to get noticed and be famous. Me, I don't care. I would rather stick to my integrity and do things the right way. I always know in the end, taking the fast route or trying to step on people or go doing things the wrong way, it never works out in the long run. Look what happened to you guys with this whole documentary, that it all blew up in flames because you guys were all freaking selfish. You had wrong intentions. Oh, if I send this to, I have a right though to send it Jolly Life. I have a right to ask if I was one of the people that she. What's wrong with that? Me just asking if it was my information that was compromised. Really easy for you to say Jolly Life when it wasn't you, more than likely, that she was looking up. I'm glad I can be entertaining to you, Purple. Purple Rain. Yeah, I do think that an employer can let me know. You guys, you get emails from companies all the time when your information is compromised, and you have a right you have a right to know that information, guys. That is absolute. They have to give you that information. Maybe not them, maybe not the office, like direct, like the place, the exact employer she worked, but over her, they definitely have to tell me if my information was compromised. Yes, they do. Human resources, yeah, I think that I'm sure they're going to reply. They may not, but that's where we're going to start here. So it's recently came to my attention that a certain employee of yours, Kimberly, was fired in the past for using her work computer to look up personal information on people. I have reason to believe myself and or my husband, Fred Hill, was one of the people she was researching on your company computers. I'm only emailing to ask if Fred Hill or myself, Adrian Amos, were one of the people whose privacy was compromised. If you could please inform me of this information, and if you are not able, can you please direct me to who can? Thank you for your time, Adrian Amos. Yeah, these people come in thinking that they're gonna make me feel like some certain way for. All right. So give me a second while I fill. I'll show you guys me sending it, but I'm gonna have to like hide some stuff. Like I'll show you. Hold on, because I'm gonna put in her last name. And I also saw him saying I was lying about her. What the fuck? No, I'm not. It's her fucking husband's family who owns it. Good lord. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's her husband's family that owns the RV park, not her actual blood family. That's all I was saying. I'm pretty sure she tried to say it was her grandfather or her father. It's her in-laws, not her. That's all I was saying with that. Okay. I heard in the password. Okay, let me put my phone number here too. Okay. So, all right. Ooh, what's this mean? To submit a request. Wait. Whoa! I didn't even see this. I need to. Right here is some of the information that I probably need. Says Mark Financial is committed to serving the needs of its customers in a highly ethical manner. This includes ensuring compliance with its internal policies and all applicable legal and regulatory requirements. If you have a complaint or concern that you can report to Landmark by filling out the form before. If you have a complaint or concern, you can report it to Landmark by filling out the form above. You can choose to remain anonymous or provide contact information for follow-up purposes. As a more convenient option, you may also call. Okay. Give me a second while I write this down. So I'm guessing this is corporate's number. And please use a form to submit requests. I don't know what this also means. That could totally have to do too. Oh, okay, we might want to do that. I might need to do that one right there too. Because my privacy, since it's a privacy thing. Hmm. I bet this is what I'm supposed to send in right here. This right here is credit disputes, company headquarters. Okay. So let's send this. Okay. Back to contact us. Let's go right here. Is this what I need to fill out too? CPRA? Hold on, let me ask somebody I think that I know knows probably. Hey, do you know if that CPRA privacy policy like thing is that what I need to file? Is that more up the alley of what I need to file because of the Dobbs Act or whatever it's called? The Frank Dobbs Act. Is that what I need to file? Hey, sweet pea. Be careful trying to strike someone's channel down. It could easily happen to you. Just remember that. What's the CPRA? Let me see here. So the California, it's a Public Records Act request is a formal demand to state or local government agency for access to or copies of public records and ensures transparency by allowing the public to inspect documents related to public business with 10 days for agencies to respond to requests. What can be requested? Any writing, email, document, report, recording, prepared, owned, used, or retained by state or local agency. Requestees must reasonably describe the records sought, such as providing dates, topics, or specific document names. Agency can refuse to release specific documents or if they are exempt, such as personal information, pending investigation records, or trade secrets. It's government records. Anyways, shouldn't it be a problem if she didn't use the company computer to look Fred or myself up, right? I mean, I would be laughing if it was me. If it if it was me and somebody was saying, I would laugh. I'd be like freaking laughing. So it shouldn't be a big deal. What's to worry about if there's any? What's the big deal? So, anyways, so somebody sent me, like, made me a whole that's so pretty. That is so gorgeous. Tiffany showed me. That is so beautiful. I don't want to share it because I don't know if she'd be okay with it, but she showed me flowers and lights like that she put over at David's grave area, headstone area. I don't even like to say grave site. Tiffany, that is seriously gorgeous. Like, that is so, so pretty. Really, truly, truly beautiful. Honestly, you are such a good mom. You are really such a good mom. I'm live right now because Ryan's doing like a whole fucking bullshit stuff on me. So I'm live right now, but I'm about to get off here. I was going to show everybody, but I don't know if I should because it's so private. She doesn't really know too much of what's going on right now. You know what I mean? She just has too much stuff like internally going on to really focus on anything YouTube right now. And I totally understand, but people sometimes people laugh because they're worried and hiding things, as my mother used to say. Well, I'm trying to think what else I have to say. I told you guys I'd probably only be on for an hour because I do have to. Yesterday, my whole day was dedicated to this bullshit, and I'm. I mean, I don't know. I I just want to get. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say because I really don't want to keep coming on here and dealing with this. But I didn't just go after Nana for life for no reason. I did not send Dawn Wells to her husband's work. It's crazy. Why? I mean, if Don went over there, that's on his own accord. That is not anything to do with me. The very first time that I've spoke to Don was within the last week or two, and it's through message. It's not on the phone. We had one call. I did not expect him to freaking answer. So, and I just randomly called him from Fred's phone and he answered. I didn't expect it. And then I asked him yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, I said, I just wanted him to confirm. We're not in constant contact. We're not buddies. I just was asking him if he could please confirm to me what if, I showed him a picture. I asked if it was Nana for life and he confirmed and he said, yes, that's Kimberly. I go, thank you. And I said, do you know her husband's name? And he didn't. He said that, that her husband's trying to stay out of the drama and doesn't want anything to do with it. And I totally respect that. I don't want to bring him in a bunch of bullshit. He probably is mad at her for fucking getting involved in all this stuff and all this clout chasing. So I only have problems with people who are actively out here trying to mislead, misdirect, cause problems in my real life. Or, Fred, obviously, if you're sitting there and you're spreading a bunch of, I don't care if you say you think Fred's guilty or you do a panels or videos galore about your whatever but tell facts. You don't have facts. You just make up stuff. You don't have anything. And you got so desperate to find info that you freaking up stalked Ronnie Lawson and tried to catch him outside somewhere, allegedly, if that's even real. If that's even real and not some kind of AI made up something, bullshit to try to get something on me and Fred. Like, I don't go out of my way to try to get like this shit and ruin your life. But yeah, when I find out this fuck shit that you've been involved in and stuff that has to deal with me or Fred, yes, I'm going to do whatever I can to protect us. That's so true, Blue Bella. So, anyways, I was gonna read you guys this and tell me if you think it sounds good. I was maybe gonna send this. I'm gonna send this one to corporate. Let's see. You put your name, okay, name, address, phone number, email, okay. And inquiry regarding potential data misuse and security breach to the compliance compartment. So somebody sent me a whole thing to send corporate. And in the topic, it says, you guys let me know if this sounds good. Inquiry regarding potential data misuse and security breach. And then in the body of the email, put to the compliance department. I'm writing to formally inquire about the security of my personal and financial information held by Linmark. It has come to my attention that a former employee of your firm may have had unauthorized access to sensitive records, including my tax information, vehicle records, property data, and mortgage details during or after their employment. Given the sensitive nature of the data your company maintains, I request a written response to the following. Internal investigation. Has Linmark conducted an audit or investigation into unauthorized data accessed by former employees? If so, was my specific account or information identified as being accessed without a legitimate business purpose? Under Security and Exchange Commission regulations, the FTC safeguards rule, financial institutions are required to notify individuals of compromised personal information. Please advise if a breach has occurred that necessitates public or individual disclosure. What specific steps has the company taken to ensure that ex-employees no longer have access to internal systems or physical records? If my data was accessed inappropriately, what protections, such as credit monitoring or identity restoration services, is a company providing to affected individuals? I take the privacy of my financial records very seriously. Please provide a response to this inquiry within 10 to 14 days. Sincerely, and then I put my name. I think that sounds really, really good, actually. And I love how she added in the laws in there, I think that sounds really good, actually. I will definitely send that in. And so it's not my fault. Like, are they going to address this fucking documentary that they're behind? That are they going to talk about that at all, or are they going to just ignore that too? it would make sense why there's been such a pushback on keeping Fred quiet and everything. And certain individuals, including the ones on his panel and Ryan, big time, and certain others have all been really closely connected and really trying to push that Andy is innocent and, and push this agenda about Fred, because Andy Bernard was a part of it as well. He went around with this group, talked to people like Richard Gurley. He showed them areas. He definitely was a part of this. They did not want their little fucking, I'm sure, defamatory documentary. I'm sure that would it have been really a documentary about Summer Wells, or would they sit there and focus on Fred Hill the whole time? That's what I really want to know. It's like they wanted to keep Fred's voice from being heard. You know what I mean? But thankfully, God intervened and destroyed their plans because it wasn't coming from the right place. From my understanding, or maybe it's still a go in some capacity. I don't know. I do know that Don the Wells pulled out of it. It's just really strange that out of nowhere, Don when he's messaging me, when I ask him about who her husband is, he randomly brings up something about a Netflix documentary that I didn't even mention or anything. Oh, I know, Mama B, that they had every intention. They're just scared. I know, it does. It does say a lot about these people, and I'm going to just let God and the universe handle it. I'm not gonna. I know I keep saying that these last couple days, but there's certain things that I feel like I should put out, but I shouldn't have to spend. I don't think it's right that I come on here constantly and just nonstop go after these people. I know things will work out. I mean, I know that eventually everything will be exposed. He has had it out for me for a long time, and so has several of those people, and they act like I just for no reason, and it's dumb. Ryan has had it out for 6 years since she shared info with him. Then he went behind her back and she didn't. He changed his whole fucking tune. He went out there like acting like this champion for Fred, and then then it was like a few days later he just like switched out of nowhere because he wanted to be a part of all of it. I'm sure that's all he cares about. I mean, his channel was supposed to be Walks for David. It was supposed to be for his disabled brother so his disabled brother could see the world. What happened to that idea? Didn't get you enough views? Then he buys a bunch of views. He buys like likes on his fucking content. He buys comments. Guys, look through his comments and sit there and notice all the people you've never noticed before, like the names you don't recognize, and be like, who was that? And notice how many times, look him under my comments, who I've never once purchased one view, one like, nothing. Compare my videos, even go to back when I was getting, tens, 20,000, 30,000 views. Go back there and go through my comments and look all the people commenting. Compare that to somebody like Ryan and who's all commenting under his, and see how many names you don't recognize that are just these random names. Then you could look up his background, see all the fucking companies and bullshit and different topics he's been trying to be a part of, and communities that he's gone from one to the next, to the next, to the next, from UFOs to conspiracies to religion. Then you want to go to the disabled community, now the true crime community. He is absolutely a clout chasing drunk loser. I really think that he should do a breathalyzer every single time he goes live. He every time I go live or I make a post that he doesn't like, he sit there and he drunk post. I mean, look at this shit. Did you guys? Who all saw this? Let me make sure I can. I have to turn down the brightness so you guys can see. That was his thumbnail, guys. That was his thumbnail. He's changed it now 3 times. He posted that at like 3 a.m. in the morning. He was absolutely drunk fucking posting. Adrian the pill popper. Then Adrian, who is I, in case you didn't know, everybody knows my name's Adrian, decides to go down to the local CVS and grab a fucking drug screen and do it live for the whole world to see. Of course, they're trying to come up with everything. Oh, that piece looks really clear. Yeah. Oh, it's water. Water that shows up positive for THC. Good. Come on. They're trying to come up with anything they can to try to make me look like something like I'm not. Yeah, his views, because he was buying views and likes, and he was also a part of these AI channels, and he was called out by Killer Looks the very first time, and then Ryan kissed Killer Looks' ass because he knew he was caught. He knew he was caught, and then he tried immediately. I go, guys, watch. These AI channels will start like targeting Fred. Just watch. And imagine that. Yeah, that one is a really definitely against terms of service. Putting my name, my picture, calling me a pill popper in the thumbnail. Any of my titles rarely have any creator's name in it. I rarely have, just focus on one person the whole stream, right? I know. Why is she really okay with this? I was looking at Yennefer and I was like, is that his wife? And I'm like, who is that? And I saw Yennefer. I'm like, is that who I went to? What? Oh, it's not just a lot from the lies he told. Alcohol gives you that fat, like drunk nose. Oh my god. His puffy ass face from drinking too much alcohol. Let's see. Oh shit. Nope. If anybody wants to join the panel and this is going to be Ryan's nose. He's going to have one of those noses. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. That's going to be him right here. Alcoholic nose. That's him. He needs God. He needs to repent. He needs to save his daughters. He needs to worry about something much more productive on it than in trying to shut me and Fred up and make us look like something that completely not who we are. You didn't see it? Oh, because he changed it literally 3 times, Blue Bella. 3 times. He posts that at like 3 a.m. in the morning. He posts this at 3 a.m. in the morning and then woke up from his drunken stupor and thought, shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. Then he changes it, and Fred's like, damn, I should have got a screenshot, and he didn't get it. He changed it. Fred was up when he changed it. Then he changed it again. He changed his freaking thumbnail literally 3 times, guys. You don't have to do that when you're confident. If you're confident in what you're saying, you don't have to fucking do that. That's yeah, somebody else was just literally telling me, "Hey, I told the person who was saying that in the comments, I'm like, you're just mad that I have a healthy that I'm healthy. Uh, clear pee is a sign of health, and I'm sorry that yours is black like your soul. It still showed up positive for freaking THC. So I mean, unless my water has freaking THC in it, which is solely from the Delta 8, like those over the counter Delta 8, they make you test positive for THC. And here in a couple weeks, I'll do another one. Well, I don't know how long it will take me to get it out of my system because I had been taking it for like pretty often over like the last couple years, like at night taking some, but I'm just like over it. I really am. I'm losing my desire for it, and it's not. It has more side effects than regular THC. Um, but yeah, in a couple weeks, I'll do another one. Maybe my pee won't be so clear next time. So he isn't happy and miserable. Why? You know, that's what people do when that's the type of stuff that when you're unhappy, like, and you're so desperate for he's so desperate to be famous, to get this fortune and fame and to be somebody. You know, he can't be happy at that beautiful home that he has. And he can't be happy with his family and this he can't be happy with a middle um middle class living. He wants it all. He wants power and his ego is so big. I'm just happy being able to pay my bills. And you know what I mean? If I get more like in my future, that would be amazing. I could help others. Like I don't want to be famous. I'm not like these people. I just want the truth out there. And once the truth's out there about Summer Wells and we are vindicated, then I will be on my merry way completely 1,000 per, and not anywhere on here. I will not be covering. Have I been covering any other cases? So it's really. Oh, and he also made a post calling me a YouTube grifter when I don't even fucking make it. I mean, I showed the money I've made in the last few months. I don't even fucking make money on here. Alcohol is one of the worst drugs in my opinion because it like in my experience back when I was drinking, that was what made me do the most stupid shit was alcohol. Well, because they were trying to act like Annie that my urine, I guess Jody Sue and was like so clear, like basically insinuating it was water that I, somehow magically poured in there and it magically was body temperature. Even though I stood there, how long I stood there, and I did it for a reason because I wanted people to see that there's no way I could have had some kind of like, you know, warm something like some other pee sitting there. I waited almost 30 minutes to even do the drug screen. I was live for 30 minutes. And so I even made sure when the faulty freaking thermometer thing on the side was not showing up the temperature, I had Fred go get one off the fish tank and attach it to it so you guys could see that it was body temperature and it wasn't just some pee I had sitting there. You heard me piss in that cup. Exactly. And I noticed too it was clear, and I knew people were going to fucking say that, but it came up positive for THC. So there goes that whole fucking their idea that it was water. Yeah, it causes them to do stupid things and make stupid decisions. And no, I'm not just mad at Nana for just maybe one time saying something about Fred being guilty. No, that's not it. It has nothing. That is not it at all. If that was it, I would be mad at a bunch of other people and going after him. I mean, why? That makes no sense that I would just randomly pick Nana for life out of all of them, right? Yeah, and everybody sees I sit here and drink Diet Coke constantly. You would think because it would make my urine darker, but no, not at all. Honestly, I was surprised on how clear my urine was, but I mean, didn't matter. It's still urine, and I don't mind doing another one if people in the future. I'm not going to sit here and spend a bunch of money if these haters want to. Fred was even like, man, I should have done one too, but I'm like, gosh, we can't keep afford buying these. Seen her make more than one comment about Fred. Yeah, I mean, he's just how he's totally trying to he instead of over exaggerate, he's trying to under exaggerate in order to make his point. I've literally I straight up have said exactly in that video what my issue was with her and why I was doing what I was doing. It's not just to go after Nana. Nana just randomly. Hopefully, Bluebella, because I do need to drink more water, and I have been trying to drink water, even though who knows what happens behind closed doors. I have noticed that she pretty much stays away from commenting on I don't know. I don't watch him. I didn't watch this one either. I only saw like a couple seconds when I was um, reporting him for fucking harassment and bullying and trying to send a freaking mob of people over here to report my channel. Like, ridiculous. Everybody knows that that's absolutely against terms of service, but people like him do it anyways because he thinks he's above the rules. Hey, Giselle. Well, the Paula, it's the same people involved in the documentary shit. That's why. That's why. They're all sticking together because they're all behind it. Like Yennefer is absolutely behind it. Nana for life. I mean, only one I know for 1,000% is Nana for life, okay? And I've said that, and I know Chasing came in here and threw a fit, and I literally, Chasing, I want you to know this, I literally rewatched my whole live to make sure, because you were trying to act like I mentioned you and this and that, and I went back and watched my whole live, and it was exactly like I said. I said I said, you just think about the group that surrounds them. I mean, I might have kind of insinuated that maybe you could be involved, but I never straight up said Chasing's involved in the documentary. I would almost bet money you know about it and have known about it. And all I have to do, I don't know. If somebody has a way to talk to Richard Gurley, he would know. Ask him how he knew about a television. He said a television, something being recorded for TV, a show. So any locals that would like to get that, maybe talk to him and ask who was it that told him about a freaking documentary being filmed. I mean, I know about which creators he spoke to, and it was the whole Gavel Geeks, Adrian, Andy Bernard was right there with them when they were talking to Richard Gurley. And it just so happened that Richard Gurley's the one talking about a supposed show being filmed. No, he doesn't have a bad. It's all about what benefits him, Pam. I promise you. I promise you. It benefits him in some way to back these people. He's a local. She's a local. Okay. So is Yennefer. They're still in the area, and who knows what type? Who knows? Maybe they are still trying to get this documentary under wraps in some way. I don't know. But they sure as hell don't want Fred talking, that's for sure. But you guys, when you shouldn't have to, you should never ever, there should never be any sneaky type bullshit trying to set people up. Like, there's something not right about that. If you are having to set people up, if you are sneaking on your work computer in order to get personal info on people surrounding the case, then you are absolutely doing something wrong. That is illegal and wrong. I don't have to do that shit. And you guys are mad because of that. That I just put out truth of what is actually real. Tim Mullins, the producer. I know clear urine is healthy urine, and that's what I said. I mean, that's what that's what they say, right? But I mean, they're gonna come up. I knew that they were gonna say all that stuff. I don't care. I doubt that Tim Millens is really the producer because the Wells pulled out of it. So I don't think that Tim's going to be involved in anything that's not that the Wells are not a part of. I wouldn't think so. I don't know. He could just. I mean, I don't know. I've never really talked to the guy. He was one time on the phone with Candace when I was on the phone with Dawn years ago, and he started trying to pretend that he was Jimmy and not Tim, and he was all became all weird once he found out I was on the phone, and because Don's like, say hi to Ziggy. He's like, no, you're joking, right? He's like, no, Ziggy. I'm like, hi, Tim. Hi, Tim. I played it on my channel before, and the whole thing that happened. And it also was the same day that Cher called, or that Cher was in the background, and Dawn was like talking shit to Cher, like, why did you say that stuff about our church, and try to pretend like the pastor was all like a pervert and lovey-dovey and stuff. Oh, I know that you meant Meteor Manager. Oh, typo. What's more? He does have one daughter that for sure, absolutely does, and lives with him, and she absolutely does, is a Satanist. Yes. She's part of the East Tennessee Satanic Women's Temple or something. The Women's East Tennessee Satanic Temple. And she has it proud on her Facebook. So it's public information. I didn't have to hardly go dig anything. And I would have never fucking knew or even been looking into who is this fucking weirdo that is obsessed with Fred. I would have never even thought to look into this stuff until you started putting out falsities on Fred and really focusing on Fred for some reason and trying to push an agenda. I would have never thought to look into anything like that had he not kept trying to get our attention with this bullshit. I don't know. I mean, are they behind something or know something? I have no idea. What is there? I think more so the agenda is, well, I don't know with Ryan, suppose like where Ryan came from, who he is. It's either he wants the fortune and fame. There's a benefit for him in some way, or he's behind trying to cover something for somebody and he's getting paid in some way. It has to be one of those two. He is absolutely a clout chasing piece of shit who uses people and steps on them to get ahead. He did that shit to me. He did that shit to Donna. Weren't they talking about Candace having a pew pew? Oh, does she? He was brought in to cover for Andy Bernard. I know. That's when exactly he came in. And that's why he became like tried to buddy up with me because he thought he could get like private info about what we were up to. And then he found out very quickly that I was legit and everything I was saying was absolutely legitimate. And he's like, oh, fuck. Andy was really on the road. Shit. We're going to have to do something different here. And it's really weird that Jody Sue, I mean, I guess is losing her mind over there. What is her deal? Why is she coming after us over here? What is she so worried about? What is her issue? What is her main malfunction? I'm literally talking about these fucking people that you claim to can't stand. You talk this Nana for life. You would think you were on the same side here, but no. Like she just like all of a sudden starts coming up with all these lies again about Fred doing this and Fred doing that, who has zero background of that. There's nothing on his record of such things or in his past ever. And she's just coming up with this stuff like, oh, like that Fred's some kind of like weirdo. They're so desperate and so mad. And that's why Nana for Life went to the extreme she did, risking her fucking employment that she ultimately got fired for. Risked her employment to so desperate and looking people up. And Yennefer is in the same time. She's even in an even more privileged position, working for the government. And I'm sure, and she has certain clearances. So you have to realize, crazy woman, that you're not your opinion is not like fact. This has nothing to do about me being an investigator. I absolutely have every right to look into the people who are harassing me and seeing, like, using company property to look people up surrounding the case. Yeah, I need to know if I was one of them and Fred was one of them. Yes, I absolutely need to know. So, there's nothing wrong with that. And your comment is not going to change anything about anything I do. So you just wasted your time. I know, right? She was like a psychic, and then it changed. Like it's unreal. They've been psychics. He's been into religion, like the Mormon community. He's been in the UFO community. He was part of this, like, what was it, Reddit or something group, a community. He was a disability community, now the true crime community, the psychic community. I mean, how many things is this dude going to try to dabble in to try to become famous every time? Like he switches every time. Either the shit gets too he gets too hot, or things get too intense. So he just like takes off, or like when he's not getting where he is wanting to go, and that is he's wanting to be on a TV show, he's wanting to be famous, he's wanting to some kind of fortune. So yeah, I have no I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. I don't think, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. I have stuff I have to do. I'm gonna go eat a salad, and then I'm gonna get back to work doing readings on my actual income that I'm making where I work. Ryan, I'm sorry that it's not the job that you envision for me, and it doesn't fit some kind of. He wants to take. He put on his post on this like unemployed, grifting YouTuber, when I don't even fucking do YouTube anymore. Like that is not even my concern. Like I come on here every great once in a while. How much money could I be possibly grifting? He does. He's like, he should have been like, yeah, I was about to say something really. He does. I mean, he go to Hollywood and do Scientology. Yeah, be better than Satanism. He does. He fights with women on the internet. Like, come on. Can you imagine what his poor wife goes through probably with him? With that ego? Holy crap. You can't tell me that she's hasn't been completely like, I mean, can you imagine what she deals with that man? It says 10 days, but I'm going to contact that try to find a way to email corporate directly. I'm going to send one more email after I get off here, the one I read to you guys earlier, and I'm going to send it to corporate. That was just the local office. I thought maybe they might be able to like transfer it to the right department, but I know his balls never dropped. Somebody said the same thing to me yesterday. They're like, "Oh, his balls have finally dropped." Was that you, Rion? Or who was it I don't know. Somebody said that to me literally yesterday. Andy has his balls. I would never have a man who act like a woman. I don't know. I would have a real problem with that if I was her, but I'm not, so that's her prerogative to deal with. The guy's ego is unreal. But it's all surface level too. Deep down, he is so unhappy. He is so miserable deep down. Spirit, why is Crying Ryan such a piece of shit to me? And why is let's see what card we get on this fool. Why is Ryan Finds Truth such a piece of shit that is trying to rewrite a narrative and cause problems in my life, in Fred's life? Why is he Four of Cups, something mental defeat, something about feeling mentally defeated about something I'm doing. What is his deal? Why is he wants to be a star? I told you guys, he wants to be a fucking star. That's absolutely what he wants. He absolutely wants to be fucking somebody. He wants to be important. Look, Page of Cups, that's my Summer Wells card. I look down and see the Summer Wells card. The Devil card is just like peeking out there. New journey ahead on the horizon. Always shutting Gene down, but his subscribers were getting on him, so he tries to catch himself. Who's Gene? I want to be like Ryan and buy subscribers and views. I will report back how it all works. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I've been doing it for a year, but I like doing it. I do work for a website doing readings, but I do better just on my own too, but I get video calls through there and stuff. There's certain ones that I've met through there that do get readings off me regularly. So I try to go on there like at least a few times a week in order for the people that have been like my repeat customers, because I can't be like, oh, hey, go find me here or email me here. I can't send them off the website because that's a big no-no. Of course, the website wants their, big chunk, which is almost like, huh? let me think. How much? I only get like 40% or something like that. Oh, Jen. Sir, what's wrong with this Ryan character? Why is he such a clout chasing piece of shit? What? Promiscuous. Fake apology. What does this promiscuous mean? That's weird. Fighting for what you love. Total drama. Total drama. Game over. Destroyed, shattered, broken. Oh, God. Hey, Robin. How fast can you get to 10,000 buying views? I don't know. I've literally never bought views for my channel. Not once, not ever. Because I don't care about, that's not never been the purpose of my channel as far as like being famous. If I wanted attention, if I wanted that, if I wanted it was a clout chaser, like I said in the beginning of this video, I would have joined Heels on the Ground when I was one of the first couple people asked, literally. Molly Golightly really wanted me to fucking join the Heels on the Ground, and she was offended when I didn't, but I knew that I wouldn't get along with those people. So I don't care. I would not want to be a part of some kind of documentary if there was like, if it was anything but the truth, the 1,000% what I know to be the truth. No, I couldn't. Thank goodness I didn't either. And I thought about too, and I'm like, is that the wrong thing to do? Like, and I remember too. You remember when Ryan Upchurch was around, and all of these creators just scattering to try to get his attention. People went in his chat and they were like, check out Ziggy. And I was like, oh my God, no. And I hurried and closed out his channel. Like, I did not want that attention. I don't know why. I just did not, I've never been like that. And I think the attention just came naturally. And a lot of these people who are clout chasers and just, my channel really took off in the beginning. And there was a lot of jealous people. And I got lucky and I ran into a lot of people when I went to Tennessee and got a lot of different interviews. And a lot of people were jealous. And I would tell them over and over again. You remember the shit they gave me because of Athena, Because I saved a dog? Are you serious? All right. Yeah, they really tried to make me feel like a horrible person, and they reach, oh, the puppy was too young. Well, I mean, I think you have to kind of weigh out your pros and cons, and kind of weigh out situations. And sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. If it was not a good environment, do we know where any of those puppies are to this day? Oh yeah, I showed. Yeah, JLR was in the New York Post today. Yeah, about the Magnolia thing. I was like, holy shit, dude. Oh my God. Like, see, I would be like, holy crap, if I would be embarrassed. Yep, Giselle that was around for sure, and Yeah, they made me feel like so horrible. And then, oh, the bones incident, when the bone, they try to turn everything. Anytime any type of information I would get, they would act like I was, there was something else to it, and act like, oh, make a joke about it, like, oh, it was animal bones, and how I literally put out my fucking like calling law enforcement about it. Yeah, I saw the picture of Magnolia that Nerdy Addict put out where he was like, does this look like she's lying or something like that? He broke her nose. She has to have restrictive surgery. Oh my god, I know. And you know what's so funny? I saw her commenting on Upchurch, like one of Upchurch's videos recently, and I left her a little comment. And that same fucking night, Tragedy Pimps Exposed had to do it. I knew, and then Cher was sharing the video. Tragedy Pimps Exposed this video trying to make. I guess I don't know. I don't watch it, but I saw the thumbnail, and it was like about the U-Haul incident that happened like within 24 hours of Jim's passing. And yeah, Tragedy Pimps Exposed was, I guess, making fun of me about how I was really, really upset. And they try to act like I was grifting and all this. Hello, do these people not have hearts? Like, Jim just passed away, like, literally hours before. And she's making fun of me getting upset. Like, that's her content. And shares was sharing it on her wall. But that same day they did that video, I had made a comment to share because she's under Upchurch's video, kissing ass, talking shit about Jelly Roll. And I'm like, you are a real piece of shit. I go, hey, Cher, what happened to your monetization? Cher's not telling you guys that she lost her monetization. That's what I believe. I believe 1,000% she lost her monetization. And she lost it because she scammed the whole fucking community on that lie detector shit. And if she's not careful, I still see her Cash App on her fucking channel. Her Cash App when she's living in Canada, she's using a fucking US Cash App. They don't have Cash App in Canada. Cher, that is a crime. You cannot be collecting money in a different country and like trying to sneak it in and avoid paying taxes. I remember your name, Marie. I kind of feel like it, Ryan and Justin. Find your pockets. It's okay, and it made me a like much stronger person. It's gave me a lot. Had this stuff been going on early on, yeah, I mean, it would be a different story and it was going on early on, and I dealt with it way different. And I would be live all the time, constantly defending myself. No, I don't need to do that anymore. I know who I am. I know the truth. These people are, they have gone to such extremes to try to dig up information. Like, you're not, it's been done before by better people than you guys before. Not you, but like Ryan, it's been done before. Nana for Life, it's been done before. All this stuff's been put out. I've put out my whole anything you can think of. There's nothing more to uncover. So that's why they make up stuff in their reach. I know, and they try to turn it around like I'm the one going after them, and poor this person and poor that person. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so sad. I really don't even think that Ryan still has employment at Eastman. Does he even have a fucking job anymore? Or is this supposed to be his full-time career now, like grifting on YouTube? Did he tell? Does anybody know Is he now doing YouTube full time while he's calling me saying I'm jobless? When I literally make myself or make my income elsewhere now, not YouTube. And thank God. What is your job, Ryan? These fake fucking websites. He has a gazillion websites all over the internet. He's trying to make it big so bad. He has this like makeuseof.com and I don't know. That's one of them that I can think of off the top of my head. There are all these like really shitty websites that he has that he posts like tech stuff and articles he writes that nobody reads, that he buys views for, that to make it look like people read it, and he hires these people from fucking like Middle East and shit to do these shitty articles. He's the one that goes on his fucking post and posts things like, oh, I really want this dog. Donate for me to get this search dog. Oh, I really want this equipment, this drone. Donate to help me get this drone. What else has he grifted for? There's a bunch of fucking search equipment and shit he's grifted for. What else? Help me out here, guys. I know he's sat there and asked for fucking people to donate to help him go here and go there and to get this and get that for his searches. Oh, okay. He is still working there. I have friends there. Okay. So he still works there. Yeah, and that's suspicious too because of how much Eastman has came up in Summerwell's case too. I mean, that's besides the point, you know. It's funny that he's going to sit there and call me jobless when his friend Nana literally just lost her job because she was on the work computer looking up personal information on people. These people are such hypocrites, guys. It's unreal. It blows my mind. I don't see a Stephanie. Didn't show up on my end for some reason. Yeah, his wife is supposedly psychic. Does she work? It's okay that his wife is jobless, right? Does she work? I'm sorry. What's good for the goose? Good for gander, Ryan. Call him what? Randy? Rando? Rando? He is a rando. Ryan, is your wife working? Does she have a job? I'm sure that's okay, though, right? It's okay for you and yours to not have jobs, but you want to come after me saying I don't have a fucking job. When I do, you don't fucking know me and you call me a pill popper? Yeah, he has nothing. That's why he has to do that shit. And thank you so much, Giselle, for saying that I try, and I freaking really battled with whether I should even I do this. Because I'm like, God, I freaking don't want to go on YouTube. Like, over these people. Like, don't want to go on there again. I said yesterday I'm done with this shit, you know? They summon demons. They are freaking demons, in my opinion. Many of them are. They're purposely out there, like, backing the stuff. Like, that's really comical that Jennifer is going to go up there and fucking sit there and act like I have no fucking reason to be upset. You're a real piece of shit, Jennifer. After knowing me and meeting me and knowing the type of person I am, you're going to fucking do that shit. Really a piece of shit, dude. And you better hope to God you're not using your government job to fucking look up and spy on me or Fred or anybody surrounding the case. So, all right, guys, that's all I have to say. Thank you all so much, and hopefully I won't freaking be back for a while. I'm sorry, I don't know. I have better things to do with my time, honestly, than argue with these people. It doesn't do any good most of the time, because even though I sit here and I put out the truth and defend myself, people they just keep going anyways and just spread the stuff anyways, and nothing's ever done about it. So all I can do is sit back and just watch it play out, and eventually the truth will come out about every single one of them. I mean, look at these ones, the certain creators, even recently, that stuff's coming out on. Everything will be exposed in due time. Oh, I will, guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later.